Welcome to today's lesson. Today we are again looking at a flowchart in chemistry under organic compounds. And the question we have reads, study the flowchart below and answer the questions that follow. The flowchart begins from 2 points. That is where we have sodium chloride and Q reacting in step 1 to produce hydrogen chloride gas. Then we have water and R reacting through step 2 to give us ethane gas, and then you burn ethane gas to give us the products here. And then now the ethane gas and the hydrogen chloride react to give us substance S, and that substance S undergoes process A to form what we call PVC, that is polyvinyl chloride, which is a polymer. Now, then of course we have several questions that we are supposed to answer. But before we look at this question, if you have just come across this channel for the first time, kindly click the subscribe button. Now, we have sodium chloride, which is a solid, plus Q to give us hydrogen chloride gas. And we know that the reaction between sodium chloride and concentrated sulfuric acid will give us hydrogen chloride gas. That is, sodium chloride is made up of sodium and chlorine. Then sulfuric acid is made up of hydrogen and the sulfate part. So sodium will take up the sulfate to give us sodium sulfate. Then chlorine and hydrogen will give us the hydrogen chloride. So once we have identified the hydrogen chloride gas, which is produced as a result of sodium chloride reacting with concentrated sulfuric acid, we have our hydrogen chloride that is moving down. So let us begin again from this other end. Water plus solid R to give us ethane. In the laboratory, to prepare ethane, we react calcium carbide with water to give us ethane gas. That is, we have calcium carbide plus water. We split the two such that the C2 and the H2 will give us ethane gas. Then of course calcium in water will give us calcium hydroxide. So this one is going to be plus of course ethane gas. Now let us move down and look at these questions. The first question we have is identify substances Q and R. So Q is concentrated sulfuric acid, then R is calcium carbide, because we prepare ethane gas by reacting calcium carbide and water. It is calcium carbide. That is CaC2. Next is part B. Using a chemical equation, show how R reacts with water. So we have already seen that R is calcium carbide, a solid, plus water. Water is a liquid. Remember, the C2 and H2 combine to give us ethane gas, plus calcium in water will give us calcium hydroxide, which is aqueous. So The reaction between calcium carbide and water produces ethane gas and calcium hydroxide aqueous. C, we are told, name and draw the structures of the substances S. So if you look at S, S is formed as a result of the reaction between hydrogen chloride gas and ethane gas. And in this case now, before I draw the structure, let me show you how the reaction takes place. We have C, triple bond, that is for ethane. This is hydrogen, reacting with hydrogen chloride gas, which is HCl. So hydrogen chloride gas will come and break this triple bond into the double bond, such that now we are going to have the structure looking like this. Once the triple bond has been broken, we are going to have C, double bond, because hydrogen chloride gas will break the triple bond into the double bond. This is C. Then of course, this one, the one bond that has been removed from this compound will come here and pick up the hydrogen from hydrogen chloride gas. Of course, we have hydrogen here. Then of course we have the other hydrogen, and here we are going to have chlorine since it's 1 mole, and this compound is known as we call it chloroethene. Next we have name process A. Let us move up and look at process A. Process A is where the chloroethene is reacting to produce what we call the PVC, which is a polymer, and the process in which polymers are produced, we call it polymerization. Then of course we are supposed to state 2 uses of the PVC, that is the polyvinyl chloride, which is a polymer. 1, so we can talk about insulation of electric cables. 2, it can be used as an artificial leather. For making clothing, shoes, and also handbags. We can still go back and look at ethane. Ethane gas is going to be burned to give us the products here. And we said anytime you are burning an organic compound, the 2 products which are going to be formed are water and carbon dioxide. So the 2 products here we have are carbon dioxide and water. Those are the 2 products which will be formed. Thank you for watching and welcome to the channel.